that we're already going. You can tell us to stand by all you want. Fine, we're already up and running.
We're
buddy.
up and going.
We're on the Instagram already, but now we are on the Facebook and the .com stream.
I'm waiting for the Facebook to load on my
That's fine. I'm going to need your
phone.
help here
I know.
because we're doing Sunrise Extra a little differently today. We're downsizing the staff. Not really, but we do have a few people absent from this.
And lowering the bar, too.
So you know who leads this usually is Nina.
Right.
And she'll hold the selfie stick.
Where's
and give
Nina
us
today?
The Instagram feed that way, but thankfully our producer Jessica is holding the phone for me so we can speak to our Instagram viewers, our Facebook followers over on this camera. And so what I normally do while Nina's doing all the important talking, I'll try to pull up the KGW Facebook feed. There it is. Tim,
There it is.
You've done it.
I did it.
And now you can follow along. See all those people
Hi
are
from
watching?
Alabama, Kalama, Prineville. Good morning.
How about that?
Portland, too. Look at that. Bonanza,
turn down that
Oregon,
volume.
too. Turn down the volume.
Yeah.
We got somebody from Bonanza, Oregon. Where's that?
Bonanza, Oregon?
Yeah.
It's like the Wild West, wherever that is, I suppose.
This must be out east.
You would assume.
Maybe.
Or maybe it's next to Hillsborough.
Sorry, we don't know.
where
We'll look that
Bonanza,
up.
Oregon is.
Jessica, you can look that up real quick. Paul, can you look up Bonanza, Oregon? Find out where that is. Bonanza, Oregon. Do you know?
Bonanza, Oregon.
Yeah.
We'd like to know. Anyway, I digress. Why don't you?
I like how you
I'll
just
just
put the boss
follow.
to
You
work.
lead.
That was
Yeah,
good.
you bet.
Sunrise Extra. Usually we try to make it laid back. We let our hair down, as Tim and I have clearly done on this Friday.
Yeah.
And we could talk about what's going on this weekend, but really what we thought would be best, most important, most critical for our viewers is to talk about the story that you covered this morning on our Sunrise TV program, because all this week we've been preparing our viewers for a natural disaster. And really when we talk about this part of the country, the one that has our attention is the possibility of that big earthquake.
The Cascadia subduction zone, right?
So you saw the special we put together. It aired on TV Wednesday. More importantly, you can watch it online right now.
Yeah, you
and
can.
You don't just go to our website. We have a special web page built just for this. Do you have that off the top of your head?
I do. It's right off the
Or
top of my head.
of your page.
KGWKeepingYouSafe.com. You can go to KGW.com and find it as well, but if you put in KGWKeepingYouSafe.com, you'll go right to it, and it's got the segments of the special which aired on KGW this week. You can watch them at your leisure and convenience. And it's very well done. It's very well produced. There's a lot of great information there. Things I learned I didn't know.
Well, that's the thing, right? How many times have we been talking about, oh, the big one may hit us at this time, or in the next 50 years, there's this percentage of a chance that it's going to happen. We always talk about the threat of it happening, but this special is more about if and when it does happen, here's how you can protect yourself, prepare yourself and your family. So as a guy with a family who watched the special firsthand like you did, what were some of the big takeaways for you?
Well, you need a lot of water for one thing, right? You need a gallon of water per person per day for 2 weeks, which is 56 gallons, I think, of water. So that
I'm not going to do the math right now, Tim.
I think it's 56, and so you need a place for that, and you need supplies like canned goods, and it's good to have a portable emergency radio, batteries, flashlight. Those kind of things are part of what you need to have together. And I also learned that I don't have those things together. I mean, I knew that. I got to get my act together.
I was asking you if you and your family have put together your own preparedness kit, and you said no.
Right, and I want to clarify, I said get my act together. I'm not sure that came out right.
Well, either way, the phrase probably works in this case, because you do need to prepare. And I would probably be in the same boat as you are, if not for the fact that I married Superwoman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
She got it done.
I mean, she is always planning and thinking ahead about everything. So literally, and we have this out for visual aid purposes. You can show the viewers on Instagram the water. In case you don't know what water looks like in bottled form,
that's water.
We have it here this morning to show you. But this is nowhere near the amount of water you need to have in this case, because as Tim mentioned, the thought is you should have 1 gallon of water available per person in your household per day, and you should have at least 2 weeks worth.
Which means you should expect in a big one that for 2 weeks you're maybe on your own. You're not going to get outside help for up to 2 weeks. And so you need to be prepared for all those things. And that includes some other things that aren't here and on the list, but medications. It's good to have several, a week's worth of medications at least, I think is what they suggest. Documents, copies of your most important documents. A contact list everybody should carry with them at all times. Just little things like that I hadn't thought of to add to the whole bigger picture.
And they give you these sort of guidelines, but when you mention medication, my thought is always like, should you really limit it to any number? I mean, if you can fit 2 weeks worth in that preparedness kit, go for it. If you can fit 3, why stop?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know how long we could be without the things that we take for granted every day if the big one actually does hit. So yeah, pack those medications along with the water, the canned goods. I will tell you that what we have at the Carney house, because my wife is so prepared, we've got those big 5-gallon water jugs, and I think in the pantry underneath the shelf that you can't, you never really see normally, but it's there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have 7 of those 5-gallon water jugs. We've had them for about a year now.
Smart.
And so
you have
that's just
pizza?
part of it.
You have
Not
pizza?
no.
Because Bob Spitzer.
Oh, he was a viewer
Is
who
he
was
a
part of
regular?
he's part of our recipe segment.
Oh, did he do pizza?
He did pizza.
No wonder he says Drew wants some pizza. Protect with pizza. Nice, Bob.
Bob is a good guy, a great fan of the show, and he makes a mean pizza. Anyone else chiming in on
This catches
Facebook?
my eye too. Yeah, Michelle Laviere. Michelle says we moved from the valley to central Oregon, keeping it further away from us, moving away from the Cascadia subduction zone, the coast.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty smart.
I mean, yeah, but still, we've heard the reports, we've heard the stories, the experts talking about, the damage will not be limited to the coast.
True. Absolutely.
If the big one hits, the big one that they describe anyways, there will be major ramifications through the valley, right in the heart of downtown Portland.
The only bridges that will survive in Portland with a 9.0, huge worst case, are the Telecom Crossing and the new Selwood Bridge. All the other bridges, the Burnside, everything else comes down. And the city of Portland put out some amazing graphics. It's in the special that show the bridges the Burnside Bridge show its collapse in the water. It looks like real, and it'll get your attention for sure.
We're going to keep mentioning the special, and since you brought it up again, let's remind people where they can see us. We have a special web page built just for the opportunity to watch this special.
KGWKeepingYouSafe.com, all one word, KGWKeepingYouSafe.
KGWKeepingYouSafe.com. I love this point, and Paul, this is something you brought up too. Paul, one of our leaders in the morning, the fact that people may be putting this package, this survival kit together now, sort of the tail end of summer, but you have to prepare for what could be the worst days of the year.
The worst day of the year.
So don't just put together something you're like, well, what would I need for the next 2 weeks? No, what would I need in the 2 weeks of our worst weather?
Rain ponchos, warm blankets.
Blankets, right.
Not just the kind of emergency blankets, but make sure that you can keep yourself and everybody else warm, and your pets, because with the power out, you might not have your furnace.
Right.
Or any heaters. These are the emergency blankets. Now,
These
this is a big kit for a big building. This is ours, so it's set up for a lot of people.
Yep. But these little guys are handy.
I see where you're going here.
News.
Yes.
Bonanza, Oregon.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Bonanza, Oregon. If we
Forgot
have
about
somebody watching us from Bonanza, Oregon, you know this, but it's near Derry and Yana. I'm
gonna need more help.
But anyway, it's east of Klamath Falls.
Okay.
And
Oh.
it's right near the California border.
Nice, K Falls.
Population, 415.
That is great.
Well, we have at least one of those
One
415
of those 415
watching
people.
us on the stream this morning.
Yeah, it's an agricultural community, large areas of alfalfa, cattle, and dairy.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought it would have been a steel town.
There you go.
Thanks, Paul.
Call out.
That's awesome, Paul.
Hey, Diana Ferguson says, give us some tips, guys. I thought we'd given a few, but what else can we give Diana?
Well, here's the tip: cash. Because should the big one hit, ATM machines, things like that will not be readily available. There's at least a possibility that those ATM machines may not be up and running. That card readers, even if the store is open, maybe their card reader doesn't work. So if you typically use a debit or credit card to purchase items, you may not be able to. Cash is king, especially we're told in the case of a major natural disaster here in the Portland area.
Here's another one. Have a location to meet. Your family knows you're going to meet at Cathedral Park if you live in St. John's or something like that.
Right.
And you should also have an alternate spot to meet. So you have a second spot if somebody can't get to the first spot, they're probably at the other one. And you should also have an outside of the area contact, someone who is going to do the kind of quarterbacking for you from the outside, because they may be able to communicate better than us here in our mess.
We ran this or aired this preparedness special on TV Wednesday night, 30-minute special on TV.
Yeah.
You take out the commercials, it's going to be a little bit shorter than that. So if you have 22 minutes to spare this week, and that's really anyone who's saying, hey, give us some more tips, what we're telling you, the biggest tip is to watch this special. It is definitely a game changer. So you can go to KGW.com, look for Will You Survive the Big Quake? That's the story that's on our website right now. Will You Survive the Big Quake? And the online website with the full coverage of this special is KGW, KeepingYouSafe.com, because there is a wealth of information, more than just the stuff that's in our heads. There's a ton of it.
Yeah, it's really well produced. It's very interesting. Laurel and Dan are leading it, and it's got great graphics. And one of the big ones, of course, is to drop, cover, and hold. Can I show you that? Can I demonstrate? Are you guys ready?
Do you need
Would
my
you
help?
like to go too?
No, I'm just going to stand back and watch, and then maybe I'll mimic.
Maybe
I don't know what you're about to do.
Well, drop, cover, and hold is what you're supposed to do. If you start to feel the shaking, you don't actually get under a doorway anymore. They don't recommend that.
That was the old
way. Get under the door. But now it's get under something solid. Like I'm dropping, I'm down on my hands and knees, and I'm covered by the. Can you see me too? Hi. And then hold on. And so you want to be down low, under something, say, you know, as solid as possible, and holding on. Drop, cover, and hold.
All right, wait, stay there, Tim, because I just entered the room.
Oh, God.
It's
Drew,
still
get under
shaking.
here.
I got to get
It's
there with
shaking.
you. I'm down. I'm
My
dropping.
God.
I'm getting to the center. I'm holding on.
Get your feet underneath. Okay, there you go. These are pretty solid tables. I think this is not bad.
Okay.
Not bad.
Should we just stay here until it hits?
I think so, yeah.
Honestly, gang, we shouldn't joke about such a topic, but we are having fun on a Friday.
Well, sure.
I told everyone that we were not going to make this a long edition of Sunrise Extra. I believe, Jess, we have hit the 10-minute plateau. So again, we just encourage you to go online at some point, if not today, not tomorrow, hopefully sometime this weekend, the sooner the better. And the website that we've created especially for this preparedness piece is kgwkeepingyousafe.com.
Yeah, check it out. It's good.
All right, guys, have a great weekend, and we will see you tomorrow during our weekend shows. Tim and I will see you Monday for the Sunrise Show.
Adios.